I grew up born and raised in the Central District of Seattle, a neighborhood that might seem ordinary to some, but to my family, my grandparents, the community, and to me, it was the heartbeat of this beautiful city. This neighborhood was once home to legends like Jimi Hendrix, Quincy Jones, Ernestine Anderson, and it's where the seeds of inspiration were sown, creating a live music scene that inspired music legacies, launched the careers of geniuses, and shaped music all over the globe. Picture me as a young girl helping my grandmother choose which fur coat she was going to wear for an evening of live music in this city, very close to where you're sitting right now. This was so much more than just a vibrant community. It was the cradle of creativity. I would help my grandmother put on her pearls and select the perfect perfume while she would tell me legendary tales of a blind man who could play the piano with a 15-year-old named Quincy, and together they would transform the stage. I was mesmerized by her every word, and it really instilled this keen sense of pride to know that I came from a city of such greatness. Beyond the music scene, there stood my grandmother, a pioneer. Imagine stepping into shoes so large they could change the course of history. My grandmother did just that, breaking barriers as the first Black woman to own a beauty salon in Seattle, transforming it into a beacon of empowerment for women. Her legacy is not just in the business she built, but in the unyielding belief and powerful conviction that any woman with skill, talent, and determination can carve her own path. History is often seen through the lens that really minimizes the roles of women. The truth is, women have always been pioneers, leaders, and innovators. It's essential that we amplify these stories to inspire young girls like you to dream without boundaries. Remember, we are the descendants of trailblazers, and we stand on the shoulders of ordinary women who do incredible, extraordinary things. These are the women that inspire me, and their footprints have become the impressions of greatness that will guide each of us to lead our destiny. After years of experiencing adulthood abroad, I left corporate America to attend grad school, and that allowed me to return to my beloved city and bring my two daughters home to experience their history and introduce them to remnants of our family legacy in the Emerald City. I was about to fulfill a lifelong cherished dream, to bring my children home and allow them to walk the streets that were steeped in the most incredible history. As we pulled up to the neighborhood, my excitement turned to profound silence. I was shocked. The community, the neighborhood, it had vanished. It was gone, erased with no trace. What happened to the heartbeat of our history? The identity of our city, the very soul of our shared stories. I searched for any familiar face, any remaining echo of the past, but found nothing. What now of the stories my grandparents passed down to me? What becomes of our history, our legacy, our music? How do we preserve these melodies for generations to come? What will become of Seattle's identity without these stories? Statements like, "You need to get over it. Let it go, Yolanda. It doesn't matter anymore." Standing in those moments, I was struck with the full force of anguish. Feeling disregarded, displaced, I was faced with the disappearance of who I was, where I came from, and what I valued most. In the midst of my anger and facing the monstrosity of adversity, there was an opportunity before me. A sense of fierceness, fearlessness, and boldness that ignited within me. You see, in all of our lives, we're faced with a defining moment where the past, present, and future collide. And in the midst of the anger, a new version of myself emerged. I became the solution, and a new mission unveiled to resurrect and bridge the stories from Seattle's past to our future. I came home to preserve and leave a legacy. My legacy of immersive storytelling, a pledge to keep the spirit and identity of Seattle's melody alive for generations to come. During grad school, I dedicated myself to interviewing and preserving the rich narratives of our elders, storytellers, and our city's past. And from these invaluable encounters, I crafted a virtual and augmented reality experience that not only recreated, but actively safeguards Seattle's profound legacy. I stand before you today not just as a founder or an activist or a storyteller, but as the living embodiment of audacity and resilience. Despite having no background in technology, I pursued a double master's, was recognized and honored by Oculus for my innovative contribution to virtual reality. I proceeded to win Oculus Launchpad and have been named in the top 100 women of the future and just delivered my first TED Talk. Now, as the CEO of Revere XR, I've launched an immersive storytelling company using virtual and augmented reality with artificial intelligence to transform the way that we experience history. Now we don't just have to tell stories, we can also create fully immersive interactive experiences that bring history to vivid life, making the past accessible and engaging for everyone. On this journey, I really learned an invaluable lesson about the power of a single voice. When you use your voice, you can ignite a fire that can transform schools, communities, and even the world. The power of your voice can spark change and alter the course of history. So I've been asked, what's the secret behind your journey, Yolanda? A revelation born from the intense fire of adversity. My voice, my path emerged most powerfully when audacity and adversity fueled me. It was adversity that inspired me to reconnect with my roots and honor them through groundbreaking technology. It was adversity that propelled me to use my voice to forge paths where none existed. It was adversity that drove me to change the status quo and innovate beyond conventional boundaries. It was adversity that brought my boldest and most audacious vision to life on NVIDIA's stage, where I used technology to resurrect a historic figure from Seattle's past to share our most priceless memories on one of the most innovative platforms in the world. In the face of adversity, your most brilliant and audacious moments await. To all the young girls in the audience tonight, let adversity be your fuel. Allow it to unleash your most brilliant, bold, and fierce self. This journey is not seamless. Each one of you will face adversity, but allow it to fuel you. Propel you forward. Let every challenge, every setback reveal extraordinary capabilities that exist within you. Because in these moments, when life tests you, when you're tempted to falter, remember that ordinary women and girls just like me and you can achieve extraordinary things. So strip away the hesitancy, the doubt. Let adversity propel you. Embrace your journey with open arms and an open heart. Be bold, be fearless, and let your light shine brightly. I encourage you to transform adversity into your most powerful ally and allow it to propel you towards greatness. Now, this is not a one and done road. Every day, today, adversity fuels me relentlessly. My journey is far from complete. I chose to become a leader in an industry where women, particularly women of color like myself, every day face the stark reality that many in power and many with influence do not believe that I belong. Despite demonstrating unmatched success, nurturing groundbreaking ideas, accumulating accolades and recognition, even winning global competitions, I face the harsh reality of needing to work 10 times harder than my peers. Persistently confronting the sobering fact that women of color in tech receive less than 0.2% of the necessary funding. I travel, I pitch, I present to investors and industry leaders, persistently and tirelessly advocating for my vision and voice in a space where so few like me prevail. But understand this, adversity and the skeptics who doubt my right to be here do not deter me. They drive me. They're the very fuel that strengthens my resolve to not only continue, but to excel, break barriers, and shatter glass ceilings. This is why it's critical to highlight the importance of investing in women-led businesses. Not merely as a matter of equity, it's about tapping into a reservoir of innovation, perspective, and resilience that has the potential to transform our economy. Standing here before you today, I embody the resilience of countless women worldwide, women who embody the very essence of perseverance in the face of overwhelming odds. I use my voice and my story to demonstrate that we are powerful beyond measure. We are catalysts of change, and we are the voices that will not be silenced. I'm here to amplify the importance of supporting and empowering women and young girls. So let's be bold in our investments, audacious in our actions, and unwavering in our belief that when women succeed, the world progresses. Many of you are here today to applaud the efforts of the women on stage. You must also consider how you can act to support and invest in these architects of the future, young girls who hold the pen that will write the future for us all. I say to the future of young, ordinary girls doing extraordinary things, with every challenge that you overcome, every dream you pursue, and every barrier you break, you are crafting a world where more girls like you aren't just participants of the future, but are leading the charge. Be bold, be brave, and do not shy away from your battles. Welcome them. To the ordinary women in the audience today, let us not ask for permission to be pioneers. Let us just be. The world is awaiting our brilliance. So let's let our light guide the way to a future where every woman and young girl can rise, unbound and unstoppable. Join me today, and we'll lay the groundwork for an uncompromising future where women and girls can dream audaciously, pursue relentlessly, and face adversity fearlessly. Thank you.